welcome to my YouTube channel. This is sort of like I would say like an introduction to my business and me, so everybody knows who's behind this YouTube channel. It's the intro video. I think this might be the second video. Yeah, it's the second one, because I posted a video of a process making a ring that I designed inspired by my logo. You can check that out. I will try to link it here. I'm new to this YouTube stuff, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right, but check it out if you want to, if you're interested. Anyway, so basically the title of this video is how and why I started my jewelry business at 21. And yeah, it's not exactly what you would think. It's sort of like, I got lucky, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. Also making this video because if you Google or if you like go on YouTube and you search for like South African business owners who are like gonna tell you their story, how they started, what they did, if you're looking for inspiration or like sort of I don't know, something to go off of, you don't find a lot of things. Also, when it comes to jewelry design specifically, there's not a lot of information on YouTube about it. So I thought, you know what, let me just, get my story in there to see. Might help somebody. Maybe somebody wants to know, maybe somebody's interested, I don't know. So we're gonna start and get right into it because I could go on forever. I'm gonna try to make this video as short as I can. I don't want to sit here and talk for a whole 40-50 minutes about my life. Like, there's a biography gonna be written about it or something. But anyway, so basically my name is Hlubi, or that's actually my nickname. You can call me Hlubi, or you can use my actual name. It's Nhluvuko Maluleke. If you can't say that, I can't help you. I'm sorry. I've spent my entire life trying to explain that name. It never works out. So, okay, I started basically creative stuff when I was a kid, like drawing, trying to like make things. I'd always try to like make things out of like cardboard or plastic. Anything I found didn't really work out so well. I was really bad at like pastel drawings in primary school. That was a nightmare and a half. Don't get me started. But I did start drawing when I was like in grade 6, 7. My drawings were really bad. They were like flat line drawings, just with a lot of color. My mom kept lying to me, telling me that they were nice. They'd be lying to you when you were a kid. But they did get better though. I wanted to study animation when I was in high school. Like, it was a huge deal for me. Like, I wanted to work for DreamWorks, the whole thing. I wanted to move to America. I wanted to make cartoons for a living for the rest of my life. But unfortunately, the animation school in South Africa wanted you to have like design as a subject in high school, and my school didn't have design, so that was rough. Also, my mom wasn't going to pay for it because animation school is a bit expensive. So I ended up in UJ for industrial design in 2017. It wasn't my plan. I wanted to, actually I didn't even know what I was going to do because I didn't get accepted for jewelry design when I applied after matric. So my mom was like, you're not going to stay at home. You got to go to school. So industrial design is open. Get in there. I didn't know what the hell industrial design was. I went there confused. Didn't know what I was doing. I googled the definition and I was like, here it is. Here are my drawings. If you accept me, you don't. I didn't really care. I got accepted for it, but when I tell you it was a nightmare, that's an understatement, because wow, I swear I was lost, completely lost from the first day. I got there. I was feeling kind of sick that first week, so either way, anything that the lecturer said sort of went over my head. Complete loss. From there, the whole year became a nightmare. It's almost like I was cursed. Every project I did somehow went wrong at the last minute, and it was just a whole complete mess. So after that, I told my mom, I think it was June of that year, I said I don't want to do this anymore for multiple reasons. I don't want to mention them, the other ones, besides the fact that I was really not doing well in there. Yeah, and then I said I want to try jewelry again. I want to go and apply for jewelry one more time. Then she said, okay, we'll do that at the end of the year. I did finish the course, even though I failed the year. But I tried my best. I did what I could. I did learn a lot, though. Like, basic design principles, basic design process stuff. Like, just the basics got me, a bit of experience, even though it didn't work out that well. And then I applied for jewelry design for 2018. Didn't get accepted again. This time I was feeling even more useless than before. 2017 was the first year I was diagnosed with depression because everything went downhill. There are probably some people who can relate to having like really exceptional marks in high school and then going to university and failing everything. You feel like the world is just crushing down on you. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how to handle it. On top of that, I had to take public transport all the way to Johannesburg from Pretoria, all the way from Pretoria to Johannesburg. Took me 2 hours. I was dealing with harassment from taxi drivers. It was a lot. Don't get me started. That's a story for another day. But yeah, 2018 was sort of the worst year ever. For other reasons also, some of the things in my family didn't go so well. There were a lot of issues going on. And then in 2019, I had applied again for 2019 and I got in this time. Wasn't sure if that was the course for me. I didn't even know if I was going to do well. I was really scared that I was going to fail just like I did in industrial design. But believe you me, I was surprised when I was like, holy crap. Am I allowed to swear on thingy? I'm trying to hold all my curse words back because I don't want YouTube to be like, this is not it. Can't be talking like that. Okay, well, anyway, I was really shocked when like I was doing well. For the first time since high school, I was actually doing something right. I was surprised. I was just like, you know what? This feels like home. I feel like I found my place. I feel like I found my job, my career. This is exactly where I want to be. So when we learned the basics of jewelry, there's a friend that I met in first year. Him and I were like, okay. I was like to him, hey, since Avengers Endgame is such a big deal, let's make these Avengers like the logo of it. I was like, let's make the logo and sell the thing because we can make a little money from this. So we started doing that. We started making like little Avengers pendants or like keychain thingies for people that wanted them. And then I got like one customer. Okay, so my friend from industrial design asked me to make a name pendant for his girlfriend, and that was sort of like the first customer I got. When I tell you I undercharged for that thing, I had no idea how much that thing was worth. I had no idea how much I was worth, how much my work was worth, but you know, experience and stuff like that. So it sort of started there in first year where I was like, okay, I could make like a couple of pieces for people if they ask for them, just like basic stuff, using like what we've already learned. Basic stuff, cutting out jewelry, sanding, polishing, you know, making it look a little cute. But yeah, that's where it started. I did want to start a business, so I did look for a logo. I got a name for my business. I didn't really do anything serious like registering it, getting a website for it, getting equipment for it. If Varsity was closed, I had no access to material whatsoever. So basically, it wasn't really a serious business at all. The thing though is, I did always believe that I was going to own a jewelry company. By like the middle of the year, I was like, okay, I want to own a jewelry company. I don't want to work for somebody else. With this much skill, I could do it by myself, right? So 2020, I was like, okay, I want to work for people. I want people to hire me and ask for like custom pieces and stuff, and then save that money and buy equipment for jewelry. If you know anything about jewelry manufacturing, is the equipment is expensive. The material alone is ridiculous. You're talking about like brass, silver, gold type thing. I don't really work in gold yet, but it's expensive. The drills, the torches, all the things that we use are incredibly expensive. It's ridiculous. But I was like, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to get there, how I'm going to start a company, where I'm going to get the money from, but one day I'm going to get it. I don't care when it is, but it's going to happen, right? So 2020 started. Varsity was hard. I don't know what happened in second year, but like for some reason, everyone in class was sort of struggling to like keep up with the work. It's almost like the workload got 10 times worse, and our deadlines were happening within a short space of time, and everybody was confused. We were like, what is going on? We don't know what to do. We feel like the explanations are not making sense. It was hard. And then COVID happened. So now all my plans of like, okay, I want to do this and that and this and that. Remember, when Varsity's closed, I have no access to equipment whatsoever. So basically my plans for making pieces for people fell short. Nothing happened. I was stuck at home doing most of the year drawing for school. And that was it. Then in July, my mom sort of came across an investment opportunity that came about. We made a couple of, cents here and there. Money was coming in, and my plan was to use the money from that investment to fund my business, to buy equipment and all that stuff. Unfortunately, when I was about to come to the amount that I needed in August, this investment just sort of fell off. Everybody who was investing in there lost their cash. It was so bad. Like, people lost like 100,000. Somebody lost 500,000. People were losing a lot of money. I'm not going to say how much I lost. It's a little personal, and I still feel it in my heart, okay? It hurts. It's very bad. So I got stressed out a lot because I was like, now what am I going to do? Luckily for me, though, sort of luckily for me, I did buy 2 pieces of equipment that were the most expensive things that I needed to buy, a drill and a torch. So the drill basically is like a multi-tool. You can do a lot of things with it. You drill, you sand, you can polish and whatnot. Might not understand those things, what they're for, if you don't understand jewelry, but it's very important. And then my mom sort of had some money from that investment thingy. Jeez, why is my voice shaking? Anyway, she had some money from the investment, and then she took a lot of it out but had a little amount left in my investment account. So I was like, okay, can I use this money? So I was like, yo, mama, help a sister out, because like I kind of really needed that money that I lost for my business. Do you mind investing in me? So my car, there was something wrong with my car at the time. She was like, okay, you can take the money from there, fix your car, and what's left behind, you can use it for your business, right? I had 2,000 Rand in Bitcoin as well, so I took that out. Not wise, by the way, I'll tell you why. So I took the 2,000 Rand out from my Bitcoin account, and I took the money that she gave me, put it together, and bought a lot of equipment. I bought material, from polish to the liquids we use, solder, flux, like gas, everything. Not actually. I already had a toolbox, so that wasn't really an expense, but I did buy a lot of extra stuff, a scale, chains, and like packaging, everything that I needed that I didn't have. Obviously, it's not everything that a jewelry designer needs, but it's enough, right? Then I started designing a collection that I wanted to release. Now, the reason why I said, let me go back to the Bitcoin thing. The reason why I said I should have taken my money out of Bitcoin was because in Bitcoin in July was worth 100,000, I think, going to 200,000 Rand. And now it's 800,000. So if I left my 2,000 Rand in there, I probably have a lot more money by now, and that would have been even more helpful. But you know what? We're not going to cry over spilled milk here. Moving on. So I designed a collection that I wanted to release. Now, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know how I was supposed to run this business, how as like a hand-making jeweler, as a jeweler who makes pieces by hand, I didn't really know what my capabilities were or what the limit was. Like, I didn't know if I was going to overwork myself or if I could do it. My plan was to make 200 pieces of jewelry in about 4 months. Little did I know I'm incapable of doing that, because hand-making jewelry is a physical task. Like, it's literally a job and a half, because you're literally sitting there hammering away at things, sawing, using a flame, using gas. Like, the material we use is very hard. We cut ourselves a majority of the time, or we're getting burnt, cut, something's getting hammered, people are hammering their fingers. Like, it's really bad, and I didn't think it through. I think because I wanted this so badly, I was just like being unrealistic about how far I could go. So yeah, I started working on it. I registered my business before I started working on the pieces. So I did the CIPC registration. It's online. You can do that online. It's not expensive. I think it's under 300 Rand. And then I went to SARS for a tax number. And then, you know, I got all my official papers and stuff, got a bank account and everything. So I sorted out all I thought I sorted out all the formal stuff, but I did what I thought was enough. And then I got through most of the paperwork stuff. So that's fine. And then I still need to get a VAT number though, because that's been a struggle. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll figure it out. Then I started making these pieces. I was working myself to the bone. When I say I was in there like 6 to 8 hours every single day for about 2 months, I was in there. Like, it got to the point where my mom was like, you are overworking yourself. Like, you really need to stop. And I was like, no, I can't. If you think about the things that people tell us on social media, or like people just in general, they're always like, oh, in order to succeed, you need to feel pain. Like, no pain, no gain. You need to be like in there. You need to be working yourself so hard. Like, you're not supposed to sleep, and when you're hungry and tired, and that's how you know you're working. So this whole mindset is in my head. Like, I need to feel pain to know that I'm doing the right thing. Now, I was working 6 to 8 hours every single day for like 2 months. I was hardly eating. I'm pretty sure I didn't drink enough water either. Like, there were times when I'd get hungry and I'd just be like, no, you're not going to eat until you finish this piece, or you're not going to finish until you do this, this, and that. I was getting weaker and weaker every single day. Like, it was really bad. So I did that for 2 months. And then one day I woke up and my entire, like, from here to here, like from my fingertips to here, I was in pain. I woke up feeling like my arm got hit by something. I don't know what it was, but inside my arm, it was really bad. I don't know if it was my muscles and my bones or just my muscles. I didn't know. I just know it was in pain. I thought it was gonna go away, so I laid there for like 15 minutes, but it got worse with time. I got up and I was like to my mom, something is wrong with my arm. I can't feel my hand anymore. So now my hand went numb, and I'm like, I'm scared, because if something happens to my arm or my nerves get damaged or something, I can't do this jewelry thing anymore. Like, I can't handmade jewelry. What am I gonna do, right? So I got painkillers. My mom's like, put it in hot water. She gave me that rubbing thing. If you know that red heat rubbing stuff, that thing. So I laid there, and then I just thought to myself, I've been overdoing it. Like, I need to calm down. It's not healthy. You can't be working this way. You need to calm down. So I took about a week and a half off. I stopped working and I stopped doing it. And then I realized how I actually stopped enjoying making jewelry because of how repetitive the thing was, and how I was basically slaving away, made my passion just sit at the back. I was just like, I'm not really feeling this jewelry thing anymore with this collection. So like, I was just like, you know what? I think I'm just going to make a few of them, not 200 obviously, because 200 is just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous standard. And so I said I'll make about 15, one of each piece. And then I cut out a few of the most, like, the easiest ones to make. I cut out a lot of them, and then I just sort of kept them there. And I was like, you know what? I will finish them, sand them, polish them later on. If somebody orders them, then I'll finish them one by one. So that's what happened. And then, yeah. So the collection then launched in January. When was this? I think it was January 15th. I said that the collection is launching. My business is now open. You can order. I made the video on TikTok. It got a little bit of like attention, not as much, but it was good enough. In January, I made quite, I wouldn't say quite a lot. I'd say a good amount of money, more money than I've ever made for myself in my life before. So I was really happy about it. I was like, wow, this is great. The sad part about it is though, that my collection pieces weren't being bought. People were more ordering like custom pieces, because I said in the video, I made this collection, I started this and that, and I also made custom pieces. I feel like the only thing people heard in that TikTok video was I made custom pieces. And I'm just like, I worked for months on this collection. I designed it. I went and bought material for it, and only 3 people like bought from it. It made me so like heartbroken. So I was just like, well, I mean, the money did come in, but my work that I worked hard on wasn't selling. People were just sort of telling me what they wanted. Not saying I'm not grateful for those orders, but like, geez, man. Geez, I'm still a bit, hurt about that. But yeah, I made a good amount of money, and then I decided, you know what, I want my business to look professional, so I'm going to get a website. I paid for the website in February, and it's still been under construction. I did not realize how much goes into a website. Like, I got it developed and everything. It looks great, but the details behind everything, like the payment gateways and like shipping companies and like all this stuff that goes on behind the scenes has to be like done properly. And I'm still trying to register with a lot of payment gateways for international clients and local ones. I want to change the courier company I'm using right now. And the sad thing is, school started in January, so all the things that I was planning on doing sort of fell to the back, because school also, like, it takes priority for me because it's my 3rd year and I have to finish it properly. I have to get the marks that I want. I have to get like really good quality, exceptional work done for it. So, the business has been sort of falling to the side because of this. I haven't had a lot of customers either because marketing is also falling behind. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But I am very grateful for the fact that I had the opportunity to start a business at 21. Not a lot of people can say that. Also, starting a business when you're in university is also a great advantage, because at least when you finish, you're not stuck and you're not like everybody else who's now scrambling around for work. You're not competing with your classmates for a job at like certain places. The design industry, the jewelry design industry, first of all, in South Africa is very small. Very small. So you can imagine you're competing with the people you were in class with. You're probably even competing with your lecturers. It's like, it's a lot, because where do you even start? And like, to get hired, I feel like getting hired by a jewelry company, they want certain things. You have to have certain levels of experience. I have not much. Okay, I'm teaching myself a lot of the things that I know. So where do I even begin with all of that? You know, it's like a nightmare. The video that I put up, I'm not sure when I uploaded this video, but I did make a video about how I handmade jewelry and I started my own business at 21 and whatnot. I put it on TikTok. That one blew up the most. I think it's got like 200,000 views on there. It's not bad. I mean, it's not like 1 million or anything, but it's pretty good. Like, I've got some really positive feedback. A lot of people being like, oh, so we're supporting you because you're South African. It's really nice to see a South African person do this. Like, especially because with Africa in general, our raw materials are sort of shipped out and not used locally. So people are like, oh, we can't wait to see like when you work in gold, and we'd like to see more like African people working with the raw materials from home. It will help the economy and whatnot. Yeah, it will. But the sad part is that when you want to run a luxury company, like a luxury industry company, in a country where the economy is just falling apart, it's a nightmare. I think that's one thing that's been a problem, is that a lot of people don't want to buy from me because they think the prices are too high. But then again, making jewelry is not cheap. Like, people assume, I don't know if it's because I'm black, because I'm female, because I'm young, or because I just started, or maybe all of those things, that people assume my jewelry is meant to be cheap. Someone said to me, the necklace is 100 Rand, right? They didn't even specify which necklace they were talking about. They didn't really give me any details of the kind of piece they wanted. They just automatically were like, the piece is 100 Rand, right? I'm like, where did you get that idea from? Because I don't sell anything that's 100 Rand. I don't think I can, even if I wanted to, because the cost of making jewelry is not cheap. Now, okay, I just want to explain. This is probably the final part of the video because I feel like it's been going on for a while. So basically, I want to explain how the business works exactly, because a lot of people are confused. Now, I myself didn't really understand how I was supposed to run it, how the operations were supposed to go, how I was supposed to explain it. Because in the TikTok video, that's where a lot of my customers came from. The TikTok video is very short. It's 1 minute. You're not going to get a lot of the background information you need to understand what kind of business I'm trying to go for here. If you want an example of what I'm trying to do, look at a jeweler. He's British. His name is Bobby White. He makes really, really beautiful jewelry. I'm not really trying to make the same pieces that he makes, but I'm trying to do sort of the same thing that he's doing, sort of like the way he's running the thing. I had an idea in mind of making commercial jewelry inspired by Africa. So basically, taking the most everyday things about like African life, society, culture, the way that we interact with each other, our situations, social issues, all those things, and just drawing inspiration from all of them and being like, I want to be inspired by this thing today, and creating maybe a 3-piece collection from that inspiration and selling it. That's basically what's going on here. So I am going to design and hand make pieces that are inspired by certain things that relate to African society in general. It might be Afrofuturistic today, it might be traditionally cultural tomorrow, it might come from a social issue in one of the African countries, maybe a South African one. It'll come from different places. But basically, as a designer, I'm freelancing, right? People might not understand that completely, but basically, I don't want to work for anybody for multiple reasons. I'm not going to get into it. But I'm basically designing and making pieces to be sold. Now, another thing people don't understand is, as a person who hand makes jewelry, I can't mass produce. So I'm not making about 100 pieces a month, or I don't have like 1,000 pieces in inventory just sitting there waiting to be shipped out. I don't. I make them and I sell them. So some people have asked me like, oh, I have like a logo, I want 50 of these pieces. I'm like, I can't make 50. If you want me to make 50, it might take me a couple of months. And people are like, oh no, but I need them in like 2 weeks. I'm like, no, I don't do that. If you want like mass-produced jewelry, you're gonna have to go to a bigger jewelry company like American Swiss, or I don't know, Stearns, or something like that. It's not the same. Me and Lovisa don't operate the same, because Lovisa, for instance, doesn't have handmade jewelry. Most of their jewelry is probably casted, and it's also plated. If you don't understand what plated means, it's like a piece of jewelry made out of copper, and then it's coated in like a silver sort of finish, so it looks like it's silver, but it's not. That's why a lot of people will buy jewelry from like stores in a mall, and then in a month it's turning like bronze or something. That's the reason why. So if I sell you a silver piece, it's made of actual silver, so it's never gonna fade and turn a different color. That's why the prices are different. So I'm not a mass producer. I'm a designer who hand makes jewelry. People can come to me and say, I want this, this, and that piece, and I can make it or I cannot make it, because as a student and as a new jewelry designer, I don't really have access to like gold, platinum, diamonds, and that sort of thing, because you need a certificate for that stuff. You need to have a license for gold and those kind of practices, because if you're practicing in gold and you don't have the license for it, I'm pretty sure it's a crime, and I might go to jail, I might get charged with a fine or something. So I need to apply for the certificate, and you can only do that once you've graduated. It also costs a lot of money to get the license and certificates for each of those things. So, you know, people will ask for engagement rings, and I'll be like, I can't make that because I'm not allowed to work in stones and stuff. Also, I haven't learned diamond setting, because that's a completely different part of jewelry. There's a lot to learn. The things I've learned in school are like just the surface. So diamond setting is something I have to learn later on, probably after third year. When I finish this year, I will try to get into that. But a lot of jewelers who don't set stones usually outsource a stone setter. So they'll pay somebody else to set the stones. But even I can't do that, because don't get me started, it's a lot. What's another thing? There's a lot of people asking me a lot of things. Certain things like lockets, hinges, and that sort of thing. You need very expensive jewelry equipment to make those things. I have the most basic jewelry setup. Like, I have hammers, sandpaper, files, a drill, a torch. In jewelry, like a jewelry workshop, like a fully equipped jewelry workshop, you need like things that cost about 58,000 Rand. There are things that cost 100,000 Rand. I don't have 100,000 Rand. For somebody who just started in September, I don't even have 20,000 Rand. There are equipment that's like so expensive. I probably need like 200,000 just to get like all of that equipment together. And I haven't even made that much money yet. So there's a lot of things I can't do. And that's the reason why, for me, I feel like I need to make this business about the things I'm creating. So me being inspired by certain things and then selling my creations, that's what I want to do. I don't really mind custom orders, but they're very limiting in the things that I can do. I started making so many name pendants, like really custom made name pendants, to the point where I'm like, people are going to start calling me the custom name pendant girl, and I don't want to be that, because I've got so many ideas. I'm so creative, and I just want to express those ideas and just put them out into the world. The goal for this business is really, really huge. Like, I have such big plans for it. I really want to do amazing things. I'm also branching into apparel soon. I am an artist as well. Besides being a designer, I'm an artist. I draw in pencil because I love pencil. I don't know why. I don't know how people can draw in pen, but pencil just gives me the vibes. So I have really beautiful pencil drawings that I want to put onto clothes, and like, it's basically like a division of the business. So it's another section of the same business. It'll probably be on the same website as well. Right now, the website is done. It's just I need approval from one of my payment gateways, and I need to find a new courier company soon. So that's going to launch hopefully this month, because I said last month and it didn't come out. I just want to say thank you to all the people who supported me, the people who bought from me, the people who ordered from me, the people who have shared my video. Somebody shared my video to Twitter when I posted it the first time, and I was just like, wow, thank you, because I didn't even think about Twitter as like a platform to share it on. All the people that followed me on Instagram, thank you very much, because I was just asking and you guys went all out to do that. I'm really grateful for the support, because starting a business at this age in South Africa is no joke. It's hard and you need all the support that you can get. So I'm very grateful, and I hope that I don't disappoint people. If you are in high school and you're thinking about, oh, I would like to start a business one day, don't quit. And don't have people tell you that, oh no, that's for people who are like this and that and this and that. It's for everybody, okay? Believing that you can do something, whether you know how you're going to do it or how you're even going to get there, just believing is the most powerful thing ever. Don't want to get philosophical, I'm just saying. I believed that I was going to own a business one day when I was in first year. I didn't know when that was going to happen. I'm shocked that it happened when I was in second year, because that's incredible for me. But yeah, this is the end of this video. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm leaving out. I hope not. If there is, I'll probably put it in the comment section and the description. Actually, no, in the comment section. Right now, if you want to order any pieces from me, you can go to my Instagram business page, Vitu_Jewellery, and order in the DMs. Until my website is up and running, that's where you can order. And then when the website is up, custom orders will be done via email, because that is more professional, and that's where I want to do most of my business transactions. Also, emails are actually a legal, like, you can actually present emails as like legal proof of stuff, so that's better for both me and customers, so you know, there's no complications of any kind. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you did get this far, thank you for watching, and I will try to upload more processes, more behind the scenes videos on how I do things. And yeah, we're basically on this journey together. I hope you want to watch me become what I've dreamt of and watch me change the jewelry industry, because I have such big goals for this stuff, and I really love to show everyone what I have planned. So yeah, bye.